Flying cross country with your friends is amazing. There is nothing better than having an awesome flight with your buddies and landing together at sunset. But it is so easy to screw it up. You take off, and then two climbs into the flight, one of you gets stuck, the other's at cloud base, you lose contact, and you don't see each other for the rest of the day. There is a better way. I'm no expert at this, but I've been walking the path of the dark art of team flying. We all know that flying in a group is more efficient, it's faster. But if we're flying just with a partner or with a few friends, then the strategies and the tactics we use in comp flying are not the best way to get everybody to goal the fastest. If you're flying in a comp gaggle and one person gets isolated and stuck in a bad spot, the gaggle's not sticking around, they're just gone. So you need a more cooperative approach. So I first got turned on to this idea a couple years ago at a clinic that I flew in the Mojave Desert. And one of the guides was Marcela Uchoa. And she spent a lot of time flying with her Brazilian companions in the Sertão Desert, smashing distance records. So they've refined this to an art form, but the idea is instead of flying competitively like we do in comp gaggles, we fly cooperatively. Instead of taking all the information around you and using it for your own personal benefit, everybody uses the information around them and any advantage that you get for the benefit of the group. Marcella called this the subservience to the flying organism. I love that term, and it speaks to the mindset change that is the first step in making this happen. All right, friends, let's go flying in New Zealand. We're on the South Island here. We're going to check out the classic XC zone between Queenstown and Wanaka. So it's about 40K or so from Coronet Peak down here up to Wanaka. So it takes about 4 hours to do an out and back. The forecast that we had, so this is early February, middle of summer, but it was a very wet and windy summer. So the height of lift was only supposed to get to peak height at about 1 p.m. and there was a 4-hour window of soaring weather before the day was predicted to shut down. So quite stable. There's some wind, some west wind, stronger up high, no real overdevelopment or rain threat. So the idea was to launch from Coronet. We were hoping to do a crosswind glide over to Vanguard, run up these ranges, and at some point cross over to the Wanaka side of that valley and then return along this mountain systems to Mount Soho before transitioning back over to Coronet. All right, quick team intro. There's 5 of us. JK, very experienced. You'll see him all over the world doing SRS comps. Marcel is my Hawaii most frequent wingman, and Marcel's half Kiwi, so this is like his stomping ground. He's got the local beta here. And then we've got Minoru and Anne from Japan, our first time flying with them. We were looking up their tracks on X Contest, funny story, to see if they would be able to hang with us. Newsflash, yes. We were worried after checking out their tracks that we would not be able to hang with them because they're crushers. We didn't discuss any of these team flying tactics specifically beforehand. Marcel and I have flown a bunch, so we've practiced some of this stuff. So we're going to be a lot more nitpicky on the debrief than we actually had discussed beforehand. So we're on launch now at Coronet. It's an XC spot and a bit of a committing place to huck off the hill because if you don't climb out, there's really not a bailout with an easy walk back to the car because we are launching off to the north. The car park, the gondola, everything is to the south. If you bomb out, you're going down to the riverbed, and then you've got several hours of a walkout in either direction. With team flying, the priority is to get at least a couple pilots in the air right away. So let's see how that goes. So we're there. JK is off the hill, and JK is struggling a little bit at first. He did not bench up immediately. He's kind of fighting. So what's going on now? Let's pause it. If you look at the ticker down here, we're 3 minutes into the flight, and JK is still by himself, 100 meters below launch, trying to find a climb out. So we should have another pilot in the air by now. This is an unforgivable, well, it's forgivable, but
Yeah, we blew it. So what had happened was we watched JK launch and then sink a little bit and not immediately ping out, which we thought was going to happen. And we started second guessing our plan. It's too late for that. Your teammate is off the hill. He's working hard. You got to get off the hill and support him. So I was next in line. To make matters worse, as soon as I tried to get off the hill, I think because I was anxious and I realized that, holy shit, we're just leaving JK hanging out there. I took a bad cycle. I couldn't get off the hill. I had to kill it, reset. It took forever. So watch this. It's so embarrassing, but we're now 4 minutes into the flight. We're going to speed it up because it takes a while. JK's climbing. Finally, he's like, here we go, guys. I found some lift. Get out here. Come join me. We're still watching him. It's almost 10 minutes into the flight. He flies over, launched, looking down at us.
And then finally, 12 minutes into the flight, I get off the hill, join him, and in quick succession, the rest of the group gets off and we map out the house thermal no problem. It's a good thing JK is a champ and didn't need my help. That's it for part one. Get ready for team flying part two, gliding and climbing.